The FBI browses 4chan. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today, we're going to talk about Clown World flung out into deep space, because this is next level. Here on the Hacker 4chans, we have a post on politically incorrect. FBI post on politically correct confirmed. Anonymous. Recently, the FBI released an affidavit about a shooting thread on one of the other chans. The affidavit included screen caps taken by the FBI of the thread. The only problem is, they left the U's in the thread. It's literally confirmed that the FBI post here. What now? So we're going to take a close-up look at this. We're going to show the proof, and we're going to read the comments. So this is directly from the FBI themselves, I believe, and, well, it's in a court database. The title is Glowing People Confirmed. So when someone says that you're glowing, what it basically means is you're CIA, you're undercover. So here you can see, even though the image quality is bad, it even has the post ID, so they are able to find exactly what he was saying and doing. This is the FBI agent. This guy from the FBI was browsing Hacker 4chan. And we know because of the U's, because apparently they don't know how to use 4chan. So if you reply to yourself, it shows a U, and it's literally proof that it's you. You're replying to yourself. All right, let's check it out. Anyone had a decent read of the manifesto yet? You. Look at all these U's. I'd imagine we're looking at Cali here. So this is definite proof, and there is more examples, but let's read the thread. So all of these are stuff that the FBI agent said. This is all his ID. It's the same one as in the picture. So let's see what the FBI was doing. Yes, back that up now, please. So right here, he's challenging the narrative. He's challenging what was in the video. Here he says, "We need this for memes. Someone please save before it's gone." And you see him trying to use some of the politically incorrect lingo, like parentheses. And you can see how manipulative it is. And it's funny. It's hilarious because it's really obvious when you actually look. Look at him here. Thank you. I don't even know what he means by the apostrophe N there. Doesn't this just sound like a boomer? Here he is using the F meme. And then here's a really interesting one. So this is I know about this technique. Here he says, this is also him, T6F1F3. He shielded himself to get this thread started. His final post was at 1005, and it looks like he actually responded to some person. This would make sense that he has multiple devices as he intended to stream. So I don't know who he's referring to, but isn't it funny how the caught FBI agent is the one trying to say, oh, that person's using proxies. It's all him. Now, here's a really obvious comment that makes it, like, perfectly clear. No, not Mossad. Stop attacking the board and sliding this thread. Sloppy job, Putin. That's not even the meme, bro. That's not the meme. It's sloppy job Mossad. That is the meme. So this this guy, he's clearly a boomer. He's clearly a FBI agent. Who knows what they were doing? For all we know, they're the one who encouraged the shooting. Well, FBI guy says, it's balls. Let Putin know your psyop worked, but you effed it up with your shit English. I presume you're chosen because you said you could talk, speak, and type like American? So here he is pushing the Russian narrative. It becomes really obvious over time that this guy was shilling. And the worst part of it is, he was shilling for the FBI. Is that your tax dollars at work? In before shooter in San Diego tweet. Look at this response. This is him. You guys should read. How long have you been playing piano? Ever since I was 4. It was my favorite thing to do then. It's my favorite thing to do now. However, killing people of a certain religion might change that. I'll get back to you on that one. This was the FBI. This was the FBI. What is going on at our agencies? And look at this. For the sale of Keck. Please back it up. For the sale of Keck. For the sake of Keck. This guy was probably phone posting. I think the scariest part about this is observing him try to use the lingo of 4chan. All right, this big one here is going to expose it a lot, so let me read it to you. FBI says, guys, read my post. I believe that the hooter did post on here, but there is also more. I've been here all day. There are at least 2 others that are posting in a bot shill-like fashion to promote this. This thread would have never made it past the first page, where I found it this morning. I think there's outside involvement, likely Russia. Or maybe it was the FBI. In the post not attributed to the man himself, these 2 not only hype this thread up in an awkward way, they continued an odd pattern of posts to keep this thread alive. Look at the parallel language and style. Poll does not talk like that. Could it be that the FBI were the ones encouraging the shooting? That's a really interesting proposition. I mean, this is some level of gaslighting. Look at the memes chosen in these posts. Not even a effing clown. So you know about Mr. Honk, don't you? So the FBI knows about... which is clown world in of itself. Why I believe John may have been motivated by his own beliefs and reasons, I believe there are other forces at work here that may have provoked him. The big think. The big think. This is the FBI, folks. This is the FBI. And they're pinning it on Russia. That means it's not Russia, which means, well, who else could it be? The original link leads to a Terrence lad group in Russian. He may have been rightfully upset with the way the world is, but he may have been manipulated into this by something that is not. I'd blame Assad, the CIA, the FBI too, but this time I'm not so sure. We all know that the three of them can meme because they are shilled all day long by them. He chose a crappy pistol. Anyone would have planned it a little more thoroughly. Yeah, so the entire point about the sidearm, the pistol, isn't that a weird thing to mention? Wouldn't you need to be familiar with guns? Maybe, I don't know, FBI guns? Do the FBI even have guns? Well, I would say anyone familiar with police work, FBI work, either way. Anyone would have planned it a little more thoroughly. If BT is a hero to him, as he describes, he would have learned from this mistakes, or at minimum made an effort to emulate him and do the same. To walk in here completely unpaired with a single pistol sends off even more red flags. This is very unusual. That is not the typical conspiracy. Again, he's talking in the lingo. I think the FBI might take classes. And I am worried. How to 4chan? Welcome to my class. I don't believe this is the end of this. I hope someone else takes it upon themselves to investigate what I posted above as well. This is posted by one of the shills that knew of the shooty tooty prior. Notice the screenshot at 20. That correlates with the Ukraine and Western Russia if you do the math. 2 + 2 does not equal 5. Seriously, one of you has to dig on this. Please review the thread. There is some Russian-Ukraine involvement. See, that really gets me. Another obvious sign is he's trying to make people do stuff in this entire thread. Just do this, buddy. Just look this up, buddy. Just say this, buddy. I'm your friend. How do you do, fellow 4chan? Oh, I do want to make one correction. It wasn't just 4chan. It was 8chan. I believe most of this comes from 8chan, but I think the point is if the FBI is posting on 8chan, then they're posting on 4chan too. And that's fascinating. So I believe these are from 8chan though. I could be wrong. Now let's look at the thread and read some replies. Alphabet Soup is posting on an anonymous Mongolian BBQ board. No shit. Every happening is rife with these turds doing what this turd was doing in your screen cap, encouraging or inciting violence. Pretending to have profound interest in the case, asking around to see who has information on said event. Look in any Tarrant thread or in any of the Las Vegas threads in the archive, these people are everywhere. Glowing intensifies. Central Intelligence Agency. Here Annan says, also, there's screenshots where the FBI is literally using triple parentheses. What does this mean? Is it all anti-Semitism on this board? Pushed by the FBI to derail discussion of more important topic? Here's what, another Annan says, the low-level people that work for Alphabet Soup need to learn the lingo in order to infiltrate the site. Look at the way the manifesto by Tarrant was filled, with stale memes your boomer dad would choose as cool. Here Annan says, classic glow-in-the-dark tactic is to start saying that people are glow-in-the-darks. LOL. Agent Boomer literally did it in your screenshot. Agent Boomer. Doo-doo, that's his name. Here Annan says, FBI came to my work twice, harassing my family. Dude literally tried to intimidate me. Told me I was the next mass shooter, and I need to stop saying mean things on the internet. I wish I could pretend to be badass, but I was so surprised by the blatant unconstitutionality that I didn't know how to react. So here's a meme. Here's a really good meme by the, about 8chan, because yeah, they did. It looks like they officially posted on 8chan. I'm reading this on 4chan, but of course the whole point is if they're there, they're here. When you're too stupid to hide your U's on your 8chan affidavit, call a thread a board, push the Russian narrative, try to get Annans you're entrapping to do the digging for you, but would really appreciate it if you would share with us any info on any individuals who have made similar threats, similar to BT, and expect to be taken seriously. Everything I said. We went through the thread so that I could prove it to you. That is true. That is a meme. That is everything. Entrapment. Pushing the Russian narrative. Encouraging violence. What is the FBI thinking? Don't forget the lawyer for Ram sent the FBI a letter stating that he would never allow another one of his clients to speak to the FBI again and accuse them with evidence of gaslighting a civil war. Here Annan says, yes, literally all the racist, sexist, and phobic statements made on this board have been made solely by FBI and CIA agents. Paul is a board of peace. Stop oppressing us! Here Annan says, this is exactly what they are doing. They're harassing Annans who haven't committed any crimes, trying to get them fired from their jobs, and alienate them from their families. Showing your family shit you supposedly said on an anonymous basket weaving forum, they are trying to isolate and radicalize people to commit violent acts in order to justify their own corrupt existence. Here Annan confirms, holy effing keck, it's real! This Annan says this. The Fed posting is obvious, especially after Church Christ. It's completely over the top on Cripple Chan now. That refers to 8chan. Here Annan says, he used an effing mobile phone to cap the screens LMAO. I had a buddy working there and they told me they're all literally stupid over there. Okay, so this is really important and probably the biggest red pill in this entire thread. An FBI confirmed egging on an active shooter in the warrant evidence. And that's honestly the worst part of all this. Okay, so this is a good comment. Imagine trying to convince Annans that some white dude who got sick of foreigners struggle snuggling and deceasing women across the West for the last decade was actually a Mossad agent shooting blanks at actors. Effing idiot. Here Annan says, I'd like all intelligence agencies in here right now to know 2D traps are the straight man's fetish, and totally not gay. Oh, I see you're a man of culture as well. Here Annan has a really, really good comment. Does it amaze anyone else how after all these years, this site is still completely baffling to the average normie? Years and years later, after all the press and publicity 4chan has received, people still can't effing figure out how the site works. Are we really that impenetrable to the average internet user? 4chan in general, but especially Pol, is essentially a living entity. It is comprised of tens of thousands of people, teaching each other and learning from each other's opinions ebb and flow. But there's always a general consensus. When something big happens, every possibility and idea is posted and explored until the shit is cold and the truth is sifted out. It is impossible for shills to fit in because it takes willpower to be part of the hive mind. You have to want to learn and teach alongside the other Annans. If your entire existence is predicated around faking everything you write and blocking out everything people try to teach you, it'll be obvious to everyone worth talking to that you don't effing belong. Here Annan says, the fact that he is like, Pol doesn't talk like that, note the parallels in language, literally proves that the CIA is giving its agents classes how to talk to Pol dialect. Here Annan says, just like to take this opportunity to reaffirm that everything I've ever posted on the site or other chants has been satire. I denounce racism, phobia, and sexism fully. Yes, I disavow everything on 4chan, 8chan, many other chans. Yeah, entrapment, as far as I'm concerned, should be illegal. So, here someone asks, somewhere out there, a CIA employee is making a 3-figure salary shitposting on Pol. Let that sink in for a second. Annan replies, many of them, across many agencies. Someone posts a CIA thread where he complains about having to write threat matrix reports about shit post threads and having to explain weird memes to old dudes. Please hire me as a professional shit poster. I second that. Here Annan says, lately I've been getting ads related to some random shit mentioned in conversation that day or the day before. It's actually insane. Here in another thread, So 8chan was a FBI honeypot, and they have proof here. This has an area, and the area that the post was made is not very far from the actual FBI. To be fair, 4chan has always openly cooperated with feds and local authorities. Moot's testimony over the Sarah Palin email hack was lousy as fuck. Question, is there a certain language that is commonly used for users of 4chan? In what sense? Certain terms have meaning unique to 4chan. Yes, like OP. What is OP? OP means original poster. Are you familiar with these terms, having been the founder and administrator of the 4chan site? Yes. What would lurker mean? Someone who browses but does not post, does not contribute. What do the words caps mean? You don't know what a screen cap is? Screenshots. And is there any significance to new fig? That is a term used to describe new users to the site. Question, what is a beatard? Oh my god. Oh, the government. Alright, so this is another meme explaining all of this. I'm just gonna read the main points. The FBI controls the Wayback Machine, archive.org, and can have anything removed that they want, but they don't control archive.is. So use archive.is. The FBI is a primary investigator of violence on online forums. The FBI is totally leftist. The FBI will try to make people who are aware look like nutcases by pretending to be aware and then acting crazy. The FBI will shitpost or frame forums and provide a reason to seize the servers and shut them down, when in reality, no one who hit on those forums to begin with did anything to cause it. Really big red pills there. Remember, when you post on the chans, the FBI is there. I think it's clear, my friends, that we're living in Clown World Ascended, advanced Clown World, but that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about the fact that the FBI has been exposed posting on 8chan and quite obviously posting on 4chan? Be sure to let me know. Now, if you like the content that I make, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. You can contribute more if you wish. Doing so will get you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. You can also use PayPal, which has monthly options, as well as single-time donations. And one of the best ways you can help me out is to share this video on your Twitter, on social media, spread it around. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.